All right, Joe, thank you. Time now 9:15. Now, during the worst surges of the COVID-19 pandemic, many women put off getting screened for cervical cancer, and that makes the upcoming Go Teal and White campaign more important than ever. This morning, we have Dr. Jennifer Young-Pierce with USA Health Mitchell Cancer Institute with us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
We were just talking in the commercial break about the busyness of the Christmas season, and we know you are dealing with that too. But first, we want to tell you about a really important campaign, Go Teal and White. So tell me what it is and how it got started.
Sure. This is our 4th annual campaign where we really are trying to get the word out and make sure that women know that in Alabama we have higher rates of cervical cancer than we should. And it's not just getting a Pap test, but following up and vaccinating to prevent cervical cancer. And all of those will help us to decrease rates of cervical cancer in Alabama.
So how is the campaign actually helping those statistics go down in our state?
So I think first, the messaging, we do posters, we do social media, we hold events to get questions answered, and we're really going for hearts and minds. We want people who already get their screenings to be reminded, maybe if they didn't get that screening during the COVID pandemic, now's the time to get back into the doctor's office and to, give them places for more information if they have questions about the vaccine, who should get it, when they should get it. And there's been a lot of recent changes to the cervical cancer screening guidelines, so we hope giving them access to our website and other information that they can find out what it means to them.
Sure. Now let's go into detail about cervical cancer. If someone's watching, maybe they're not familiar, and also what that screening looks like for women.
Absolutely. So the cervix is the opening to the uterus. We see it at the top of the vagina on a pelvic exam. And the traditional screening has always been a Pap test where we take a swab and look for abnormal cells. The 21st century screening is an HPV test. We now can do better than a Pap by checking women's high-risk HPV status and then basing their screening guidelines on that status.
And is there a way to actually prevent cervical cancer?
Absolutely. So the HPV vaccine, the Gardasil 9 vaccine, is recommended for adolescents as early as age 9, traditionally at age 11 or 12 as part of a routine adolescent vaccination visit. And for anyone up to age 26, after that we do base it on risk factors. But that HPV vaccine prevents 90% of 6 of the cancers that are caused by HPV.
Wow. So some really important information, especially if you're a woman listening this morning. This will be on our website later if you want to send it to your loved ones to go ahead and get screened for that. Now, we also want to talk about an event coming up. It's called Science on Tap that you guys are hosting.
Yes, so we are so excited to have the return of Science on Tap. This is a tradition at USA Mitchell Cancer Institute where we have our scientists give talks that really bring together the community and the university and academic side. And it is both community facing, but also a little bit of that actual evidence and science behind all of the recommendations that we just talked about. So that is January 13th at Old Majestic, and we're super excited.
How fun. That'll be here before we know it, for sure. So keep that in mind. For more information about cervical cancer, Go Teal and White, Science on Tap, where can they find that online?
So it is at our USA Health Mitchell Cancer Institute website under Go Teal and White. And there's also, if you see the posters around town, that QR code on the posters will take you directly there.
All right, Dr. Pierce, thank you so much for having us this morning. And we will have everything you need to know on our website, fox10tv.com. Joe.